When you close your eyes and picture Hawaii, what do you see? I'm guessing it's a very specific reel. You've probably got a hammock, 2 palm trees. There's definitely a Mai Tai involved,
Yeah.
maybe with a little umbrella.
It's the classic postcard version. And look, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It exists for a reason. It is lovely.
Sure.
But today we're looking at a stack of research that suggests if that is the only Hawaii you experience, you're essentially flying 5,000 miles just to see a movie set.
Right. If you just stick to the resort pool,
Yeah.
you're missing the whole point of the islands. The source material we're breaking down today it's fascinating because it comes from a collection of expert guides. And the mission here is pretty clear. We're not just listing, nice beaches. We are trying to decode the ultimate Hawaii bucket list.
Exactly. And bucket list is a term that gets thrown around a lot, but in this context, the sources use it to describe a real density of experience.
A density of experience. I like that.
We're talking about a mix of fire, ice, royal history, and adrenaline. The sources cover everything from, military history to swimming with sharks, and this is the one that really got me. How to turn your vacation into an act of environmental restoration.
That part is actually the #1 item on the list, which we will definitely get to. It's a total reframe of what a vacation is even supposed to be.
And it really is.
But before we get to the philosophy and the sharks, we have to deal with the logistics. Because reading through these notes, one thing becomes painfully clear. Hawaii is not really a show-up-and-figure-it-out destination anymore.
No, absolutely not. And that brings us to the first major insight from the material. If you take nothing else away from this deep dive, take this. The days of spontaneous travel to major Hawaiian sites are, for all intents and purposes, over. The source material has this warning in big, bold letters. Do not wait to book.
It sounds like standard travel advice, like pack sunscreen. But this feels different. We're talking about pure access, right?
Yes, we are. The sources highlight that iconic experiences, specifically things like the USS Arizona Memorial at Pearl Harbor, they all operate on these strict reservation systems now.
So you can't just walk up.
No, these aren't tickets you buy at a booth when you feel like it. They sell out weeks, sometimes months in advance. The research notes that missing the one thing you came to see just because you didn't click a button 3 weeks ago is the #1 cause of traveler regret.
And honestly, that's a tragedy. You fly all that way, you deal with the jet lag, and then you get turned away at the gate because you don't have a QR code.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of logistics, there's another reality check here about geography. I think people look at a map of Hawaii and think it's like driving from the city to the suburbs.
Right. The island hopping myth, it's a very common misconception.
It is. You can't just, drive across a bridge from Oahu to Maui.
No, you have to fly. And the sources make a really important point about the time tax of island hopping. Every time you switch islands, you lose roughly half a day.
Half a day.
Think about it. Packing, checking out, driving to the airport, TSA, flying, renting a new car, checking in. You do that 3 times in a 10-day trip, and you spent almost 20% of your vacation in transit.
That is a depressing statistic. But the source material offers a solution that I hadn't really considered before. They call it the sampler platter approach.
Yeah, using the Pride of America cruise.
Right.
This is a fascinating outlier in the data. The Pride of America is unique because it sails round trip from Honolulu. Most cruises just touch Hawaii and then head off somewhere else.
But it stays in the island.
It stays in the islands, and the efficiency metric here is it's off the charts. The ship moves at night.
So your hotel room is your transportation.
Precisely. You go to sleep after dinner on Oahu, and you wake up on Maui. The next morning, you're on the Big Island. You haven't packed a single suitcase. For someone who wants to see the diversity of the chain without all that friction, the sources rank this very high.
It removes the friction. But let's say you are a landlubber. You want to stay on the islands. The sources draw a very sharp line between